You know, a break from peak just makes peak all the better. Thank you to our final patrons, Strawbones, Black Wolf, Red Wolf 4765, and Artgoon555. Now, before we hop into this breakdown slash live reaction to chapter 190 of Blue Loco, please maybe leave your own thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you hit that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do a Patreon down below. You can for as little as $1 a month. You get these exclusive videos, early content, and more. Now, let's hop into the live reaction. What's up, guys? Pencil here, and here we are to do a live reaction to chapter 190 of Blue Loco, which is known as I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Where's the name? Vortex. And to say the very least, I heard this chapter was quite peak. So let's not waste any more time. Editing me. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. What's good, y'all? It is, in fact, late. So, while I do, in fact, have it on me, I will not be lighting it up because I would rather not cause trouble. So, in that case, let's hop right into the chapter itself. All right, first things first, I do need to address this color page. Beautiful. Yusuke Murata is... Well, illustrator. All right, Yusuke Nomura. I said Yusuke Murata. Combined, two amazing artists, but insane color page. I really love how they did Corona here. Fantastic. I thought Corona had red hair, but I'm rocking with the pink hair. Fire cover, fire volume, fire everything. I'm not gonna go too in depth on that one though, just because we got a lot to talk about from what I've heard. But okay. So we do get to see the continuation of last chapter. We know Reo went with Isagi because Isagi is just a generally weaker player than Kaiser. Sure, Isagi has more experience against Nagi, but at the same time, just physically and overall experience-wise, Kaiser is still the more pressing threat. Has had Metavision longer, even though Reo doesn't know about that, but has had Metavision longer. Has a better physicals overall, better speed, better attack power, better all that. And overall is just a much more pressing threat than Isagi. They're equals in their movement and their sight right now. That's what Reo can pretty much pick up with his own little pseudo metavision. But what they have that he doesn't, or no, what Kaiser has that Isagi doesn't, is pretty much just a flat out better body. So you gotta go, if two things are equal in one way, you're gonna have to go with the easier one, and the easier one would be the person with the weaker body. And obviously, what, Isagi's 5'10", and Nagi's like 6'1". So, pretty clear who has the better body. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me pull this bad boy forward, because I consistently, for some reason, forget that I'm nearsighted. In a split-second decision, Reo and Nagi decide to pursue Nagi's dream and challenge Isagi. Now it's time for the crucial 1v1. You see, I'm still so torn on that idea. Like, listen to what that says. In a split-second decision, Reo and Nagi, the two of them, decide to pursue Nagi's dream, not their dream, because Reo doesn't have a dream anymore. Or at least his dream is now suppressed and has just been consumed by Nagi's dream. I don't know. I mean, once again, you're just looking at Mr. Individuality here and reading the manga that's all about egos. And I feel like an ego giving up and just being like, I'll do this for Nagi. And only Nagi. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't hit the same. But let's see. Even though the space behind Kaiser was wide open, decided to attack me. This guy, he's trying to abuse you. Like, legitimately. Even if the space behind Kaiser was wide open, Kaiser's a demon. Like, 100%. I will admit, the only reason I think Sei works better as a pro player and the World 5 worked better as pro players in comparison to Kaiser is because the cast was weaker at the time, like just generally weaker. So the gap in skill and power was very evident. Like against the World 5, it was clear they were all demons. They were all monsters. And against Sei, it was clear that he was a demon. He was a monster. He was essentially carrying the U-20 on his back. Meanwhile, with Kaiser, while he is undoubtedly a monster, that's what Reo's respecting here, compared to the contemporaries that they're running into before, in the raw gap in skill and power that they had, Kaiser is still a threat, but he's not as much of a threat relatively as in comparison to, say, in the World 5. This is what really has me excited to see the game against, I believe, France. Is it France who has the Mbappe clone? Oh, Loki. I know his name. I call him the Mbappe clone because everyone calls him the Mbappe clone or representative. But I'm interested to see him because he was part of the World 5. So seeing him go against our cast here would be very interesting. And another thing that's interesting is the fact that we haven't even used the star chain system yet. Neither Noah or Prince has come in yet. So who knows? Like, are they just not going to come in this game? I'm very intrigued. There's so much being built here, and I'm excited to see it. And it's cool to see a matchup that we saw once before, except now it's Nagi on the offensive, and Isagi's being the one to forcefully chase him down. Meanwhile, it was previously Isagi that was running away from Nagi and like, oh god, I need to take care of this now. Interesting. He's trying to beat me in a 1v1. Yep. And once again, like look at the swagger. Look at the swagger and the style in Nagi's movements. I love it. But this is you can even tell the level of difficulty here by each of their expressions. Like you can see Isagi's gritting his teeth, his eyes wide open, forcing, like Metavision is on point. He's streaking, like he's all out right now, sweating his soul out. Meanwhile, Nagi, he's sweating, but he's relaxed. He's in the moment. He's on point. And I think, don't get me wrong, Isagi's him. But is he him enough to beat Nagi when Nagi has the offensive advantage? I don't think we've ever seen that. I mean, maybe. I mean, you can definitely argue in in first selection there may have been, but it's interesting. It's cool to see this matchup. I'm excited. Okay. So, yep, the overhead pass. Nagi traps it. You know, it's Nagi. It'd be like that when it'd be like that sometimes. Metavision could not allow Isagi to immediately counter this. Makes sense. But now Nagi's in the zone. He's in Trap Town. I feel like that should be a place. Trap Town. But let's see. Amazing. He's coming. Front or back. Which way is he going to cut? He managed to trap without losing any speed. What? Okay. That's an interesting weakness. This is obviously, I turned the page so I saw, but this is obviously an interesting counter to Metavision. And it's not just the fact that obviously Nagi's just him, but it's the fact that in a close range scenario, in a genuine 1v1, you cannot, well, maybe you can at higher levels. Who knows what Kaiser can see in his 1v1 world. But at least for Isagi's level of Metavision, due to the fact that it's so much short range and so much like high firing, quick firing action, Isagi isn't actually able to properly process everything quickly. Like every other point before, when he hit a meta break point, when he had Metavision activated, he was able to instantly predict, and he managed to use his body's max stats in order to compete with what he saw, and he was right. Meanwhile, in situations like this, even with Metavision, with Isagi's level, it's still 50-50s. It's still guessing. And it makes sense, you know, obviously no one can perfectly predict anybody, but seeing that weakness reflected here, and not necessarily even being acknowledged as a weakness, just something you need to notice. I like it. I love it. Blue Lock is very good at, like, slipping things in and keeping Isagi balanced, because admittedly, I need to make that video. Isagi is the perfect protagonist. I know so many people are gonna get mad at me when I make that video, but one of the best things that Blue Lock does, at least for me, is keeping our MC balanced. Because a big issue that a lot of other series run into, especially new gen, not especially new gen, just series in general, they typically make the main character a bit too strong, like a bit too unbalanced. And I get it, you know, they're the main character. They need to carry the narrative usually, but I think of series like Seven Deadly Sins. I think of series like Naruto. I think of series like Dragon Ball. The gap in ability between the main characters and their side cast is just usually so drastic that it kind of leaves the side cast feeling pointless. Meanwhile, with Blue Lock, you get to have moments where the sidecast is just carrying. The sidecast is backpacking right now. The sidecast is always a present dangerous threat, no matter how powerful Isagi himself becomes. I think that's great. Is it hard to write? Yes. I barely predict any power-ups or anything for Isagi and Blue Lock because it's hard to do, because bro's crazy. And Nomura and the mangaka are crazy when they write this stuff. So I love it. I love the inherent balance that Isagi has in comparison to a lot of other main characters who look at the word balance and laugh, just like Roger did. I need to read One Piece. I need to read One Piece, like properly read One Piece. I'm reacting to it now, but I need to actually read One Piece because there ain't too many references to it to have not read it. Let's see. Okay, so Isagi guesses he's going to shoot now, and it looks like he's even about to block, but oh, wait, what, was I just tripping? What? So he read, I thought, wow, okay, so maybe Benevision is just snapped. Nah, something's gonna happen here. I still think my point still stands where Isagi isn't gonna be this snapped. But let's see. Interesting. So wait. So right. Oh, okay. So I can see what Nagi did here. So Nagi, he gets into shooting position, baiting out a block, but instead of shooting, following through, hitting the, I'm not showing my feet. So instead of hitting, so like hypothetically, you kick with the top of your foot or the inside of your foot usually. Typically they show in Blue Lock a lot of the top of your foot. You may usually pass with the inside of your foot. I don't know, I haven't played soccer in a while, so I may be absolutely wrong. But what Nagi did here was, while getting into shooting position, he actually stalled the ball in midair. So what he was baiting out was a lunge from Isagi to get in the way of the ball. So once he air stalled it like this, by like grazing the bottom of the ball, putting a spin on it, sort of locking it in midair, but giving it aerial momentum, another player without Metavision would have just lunged straight through, been out of Nagi's way, and with Nagi, he could have just immediately leaped again and then just boom, kicked it right through before the other player could react. But Isagi actually manages to he appears to fall into the trap by stepping forward, by leading to that lunge, but he stomps here to stop his momentum right there, so he's still blocking Nagi's path. And my question here is, honestly, where's Kaiser? Like, Brody, you have enough time. Like, I get it, you're right here, but you should have been able to like 180 and burst right back. Though it seems here he'd just be on the same side Isagi was, so he'd have to like dive in on the opposite side to really wall off Nagi. And once again, he may just be messing around with Isagi because he's that kind of guy. But let's see. Okay, so he stomps. That's just a feint. He reads the feint. The ball spinning in motion. A two-stage fake volley. I've already seen that. Insane and godly move. Yep. Uh-oh. But something's going to happen here. This is because the one thing I will give Nagi, right? I do downplay his creativity a lot because I think it is kind of limited. He's much more... I think the strongest player is one with good instincts and good knowledge. Nagi has very, very good top-of-the-line instincts, but he doesn't have good knowledge. So he's probably going to create something here like a 3-stage fake volley. And we see Isagi going for the header here, but something's going to happen with Nagi. Is he going to... I'm assuming, knowing Nagi, he would probably like let Isagi head it and then heel tap it back over Isagi's head. Like, if I had to show the sequence before I turn the page, like, say this is Isagi's head and say this is the ball. Isagi heads it, but due to Nagi being back here and having, like, you can even see his right foot is about to be planted, he could literally stomp, and then since Isagi's diving for the header, the ball would literally bounce downwards. Nagi could tap it with his heel, and since Isagi's already dedicated himself to the head lunge, he's going to have to recover, and thusly Nagi's kind of freed up to bounce it back over him and then immediately take a shot. Though maybe I'm thinking too much. I'm just used to Nagi pulling off insane things, and he uses his heels a lot, shockingly enough, that I think about it. Am I thinking of Isagi? Am I thinking of Nagi, or am I thinking of Gagamara? Weird comparison. I'm pretty sure, no, Nagi shot with his heel before, so yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. Nah, dog, hold on. I need to read this properly. Nah, no way. Nagi's even fatter brain than I thought he. He didn't even let the header go through. Wait, that, and he did it with his left leg. Okay, that's crazy. Okay. So, okay, this is wild. This is wild. Hold up. Wait a minute. So it is true. It's a 3-stager because all Nagi is done. The ball has not touched the ground since this moment. Since Nagi trapped it, used the black hole trap to take all momentum out the ball. He hit Isagi with the 3-peat. The first tap gets it in the air, puts it in perfect shooting position. Isagi needs to block it. But then he goes for the second thing, floats it with the spinner. Then with this third thing, when the header seems to be open, another spinner. Like, the sheer, like, it is actually insane. The sheer level of body, like, kinesthetic intelligence that you need to have to do this. Because notably, his foot that he kicks with is on the ground by the time Isagi goes in for the header. And of course, gravity is quick and his feet aren't that high off the ground. But he, as you can see here, he would have had to leap again before Isagi could have headed the ball. And he suspends it in midair one more time. He gets that extra bit of leeway. And with that, he look, I think he even does. He gets the leeway. He spins it, putting it in air. Like I said, Isagi dove through, so he has to recover now. That's enough time for Nagi to just heel shot the ball right back over. And what did I mention earlier? Kaiser coming in. Look who's right there waiting for it. I need to make so many videos on Blue Lock characters. I love how Kaiser moves. It's an oddly methodical way that reminds me a lot of Sei, but it's different. It's a lot more poised. Sei reminded me of like a machine, weirdly enough. And it fits, his whole egoistic theme is numbers, doing the things the most optimally and stuff like that. But what Kaiser lacks in roboticness, he makes up for in style, swagger, poise. All that is what makes Kaiser truly that guy. But let's see. Okay, so he's here to stop Nagi. But let's see what he does. Bro hit him with the 4-peat. What? Okay. So even, maybe he doesn't have it here. That's the thing. We don't get to see Kaiser's eyes if they're constantly in metavision, like Isagi's usually are now. But he hit him with the 4-peat, bruh. I'm sorry, like, I get it. It's manga, so it's gonna be crazy. But like, on a sheer physicality level, bruh, you need to realize the ball still hasn't hit the ground. Nagi has been playing air volleyball, essentially against himself, because first things first. Let's take it step by step. Let's take it bit by bit. First things first. He gets the ball in the air from Reo. Then he puts another spin on the ball, keeping it in the air a second time. Then, after this feint, he gets the ball in the air a third time. And he's doing this all with the same leg. Oh wait, no. The first tap is with the right leg. But the second tap is with the left leg. The third tap is with the left leg. And then he goes in after an aim, like he had to pass it to himself with a heel shot. And then proceed to hit him again with a fourth one. But that one, once again, uses the right leg. Still, the fact that he's keeping the ball in the air that long with these perfect taps, go get a soccer ball and try to put a beautiful spin on it like this. See how difficult that is. I know some of y'all soccer demons out there are like, fodder. But me, I couldn't do it. So Nagi is a demon. But it's crazy. Once again, it's crazy to see that Isagi, if Kaiser's using metavision, this is just a genuine weakness in metavision. Like, sure, you may be able to predict 1 or 2 plays, but if your opponent is insane, like Nagi is, your opponent's insane. However, if Kaiser's not using metavision, then he's just underestimating Nagi. Either works. 3 consecutive Oh, and I love how the Blue Lock mangaka, I love how Nomura does these different motion panels, the multiple drawings and sketches into the real one. 3 consecutive. Isagi, I can still reach. Is he gonna go for a 5th? Or like, well, I guess it would be a 4th, but would it be like a 5th spin on it? Because he's in, that's the thing, he's in the same position. He could easily spin on it again, but with Kaiser and Isagi there, it could cause a bit of trouble. I can reach, I guess, gotta get a piece of it. Yep. A 4th one. Nagi, he's literally playing ball with himself. Bro kicked it into the air, put the most demonic, juicy, and fattest spin on it to put it above Kaiser to the point where Kaiser couldn't react and turn in time, and then ran around and caught it himself before it hit the ground, and then put another spin on it. I mean, I may be wrong. Maybe Nagi is just him. Like, I hate to say it, but if he's beating both Kaiser and Isagi with Metavision amps at the same time, Nagi made us beat him. We need to replace Rhea. Rhea, you ain't gonna be helping Nagi. We gotta get someone crazy with Nagi. We gotta get someone insane with Nagi, bro. Nagi would say, yo, Nagi may just be crazy. Not may, he is. 4. And I love how the ghoul just dances around Nagi too. You gotta be kidding me. You with Metavision, I can't stop this. That's the thing. Metavision, well, I guess Nagi is just a weakness to Metavision, or excessive creativity. I guess that is the weakness, because Metavision is purely reliant on data that you have. So if something is outside of your data parameters, if someone breaks their limits, Metavision can shatter, which makes sense. That is a very logical and logistic weakness for a power that's so based on really data and information. Once again, it really does make me think that Sei had Metavision, and like all the top players have Metavision, just based on how they play. Thanks, Isagi. I'm the best player in the world. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Nagi, you're not. Chill out there, buddy. But 2, this is an interesting effect for Isagi. His puzzle pieces aren't just coming apart like they usually do, like they're being shattered. This way, the moment the genius awakened. 5-shot revolver fake volley. That's gotta be a goal. Yep. Gagamaru missed. Goal. Woo. The most interesting thing here is that Noah looks unfazed. Like, it's cool to see everyone reacting and blowing up and going crazy. Raichi and Gagaguri, Igaguri, Nagi reacting, Ryo reacting. But I'm most interested by Noah's reaction here. He doesn't seem fazed by it. I wonder if Noah probably does live by that ideal, because he was mentioned way back when. Remember when Ego was first explaining the concept of ego, ironically enough, and was like, hey, you want to be the kind of player that will sacrifice 5 goals but win with 6. Like, I feel like Noah has that mentality, because there's no sweat, there's no reaction. It's just, he's calm. So I'm intrigued. Maybe we're getting the Star Chain system. Maybe we aren't. Maybe he's just gonna let this one rock. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Nagi is him. let me just say it. Nagi, him he is. Nagi is that guy. Yep. An absolutely stunning world-class goal to tie the game back up 2-2. With his egoism firing on all cylinders, with his best friend fighting alongside him, the genius announces his presence to the world. First to Japan and now the world. Shoutouts to Nagi. I will admit, maybe I underestimated this duo. Maybe they are strong enough to reach the heavens. If they manage to beat Kaiser, maybe they're strong enough to reach the heavens. But Nagi managed to beat Kaiser. We'll see. We'll see. The chapter, easily worthy. Amazing art, amazing story, amazing evolution, amazing play, amazing everything. It's obviously worthy. I just can't light it up right now. Whew, 10 out of 10 chapter. However, so I guess I wonder what next chapter is going to be about. I guess it may be like living up the goal a little bit and Isagi compiling the new data. I don't know. I'm very intrigued. I want to see Kaiser's reaction. I want to see Isagi's reaction. I want to see Kunigami's reaction. And Yukimaya, remember, this is also his story too. I want to see how he's feeling, where he is right now, what he's doing. There's so many ideas and questions that come from here. And I'm unbelievably excited. However, that's what I think. Make sure what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the little notification so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do a Patreon down below. And you support for as low as $1 a month. Get exclusive videos, early content, and more. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off.